Hello, hello, hello. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to Wonderham. I am, of course, Wonderham. And today we are continuing our excavation of Hobb's Barrow, which we have not done for about, I want to say 2 weeks? No, a week. It's been a week. I had some stuff clashing on my stream days, and I couldn't move my stream days. So, we are now back. We are going to look at our to-do list, see what we've got to do. Because I cannot remember for the life of me. What are we doing, guys? Good night. Find a way in the postmaster storeroom, open a tab at the plough and furrow. Wait, did I not do that?
How can I open a tab?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Goodbye.
See you.
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
It shouldn't have ended up before, right?
Aye, silver. That'll do.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Can I get you something to drink?
Not right now.
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Give ourselves drink free just now. Right, where are we going? Oh, this guy was being a bit. Exactly. I think the last thing we were going to do, we did do was head to the plough and furrow. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Go see the Reverend. We're too friendly, mate. I don't trust you.
The cross denotes this as the site of a market.
Go back to the church, see if we can find the Rev.
Hello, good day. Father Roach. Thank you for your Lord be.
I don't feel weird. Put myself in that position of kind of nosy boy. At the plough and furrow. I just realised this is the first time I played Hobb's Barrow with my new mouse. Smooth as my old. Unfortunately, I think this is better than my old mouse, but I got my tail, which is shameful, I know. You boys will not be pleased at that.
I have nothing else to. There's nothing. Good day. I must say, last night has rather put me off using the poor thing. I don't wish to carry. I've hung my dress aside from that.
Hello. But just get the off screen. My cat is trying to get into
Jammed
it.
shut.
Seat.
Wood must have warped over the years. I've stored my case a box. I've too much to do today. I don't wish to take.
Okay. Alright, never mind. I guess, Oh, look at my task. Explore Bewley. Shoulder. Yeah, how do I get there without trying?
I don't wish to give. Hello?
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
I didn't even think that would be a case. Alright, I guess I'll get my drink and I'll get him sloshed and then.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well,
Loads of stuff.
that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He can.
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Okay, so I can't get him drunk.
Bye.
See you soon.
Okay, so I can't get him drunk to get into the storeroom. That's good to know.
I have nothing else. There's nothing else. Hello.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stray.
What happens if I offered him to go again?
The postmaster.
But my crate.
You'll have to wait for Mr.
I'll come back till tomorrow, though.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you another?
I suppose one more. I shall take you.
Let us make our.
Oh, do I have to, like, poison the ale? What do I have to do here?
The rear wheels are powered by coupling. The boiler had two. There were nothing like it. Well,
Wait.
ta-ra.
I've got to put something in.
Curses. I'm here to excavate Hobb's Barrow, not Hobb's barrels.
Oh, for God's sake.
The sign is.
Trying to get Thomasina peshed. Probably be a bad move. David's in chat. Hello, welcome aboard.
The man is. Hello.
Good day.
I can't.
Don't.
I'm not gonna get. If I get sloshed, I'm screwed. Good evening, Bob. What's happening? How we doing? What's been happening? How was your weekend? Did you get up to much?
It's.
Good thing we're back at. What the fuck? Hello.
The water is icy cold.
I didn't realize this was an actual path I could go down.
Good day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your.
Yes,
Okay.
my favourite.
Your favourite doll?
Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
I'm sorry to hear that. What is your name, little one?
Jane.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina.
Oh, good mate. Oh, good recovery from last week's surgery. Yeah, that sounded like a doozy on a little bit of detail you gave me on Friday, Bob. How you doing? You feeling all right? You feeling okay? I mean, you always hear like bad stories about anesthesia, and it's just like, oh my god. Like a friend of mine.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
That's good.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their birthday.
That's good, Bob. I'm glad to hear that. Man. It was the haul. I wish it was a haul, Bob. It wasn't. It was more like kind of just had to take time some stuff that get done that were happening that were beyond our control that I don't want. That was it was nice. It was sad, but it was nice. I'll put it that way. But glad to be back now. I had to travel down to England for our travels, but we're back. Glad to be back now. So we're kind of chilling, and we're having a quiet week this week, and then we are having an actual holiday next week, which I'm trying to decide if I want to actually stream next week or not. If not, okay with that. But hey ho, we shall see. We shall see. But right now we're gonna continue on the Hobbs Barrow. Did you watch anything while you're in recovery mode? Did you play, read anything good, anything worth recommending? You always have good recommendations, Bob.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me.
Oh,
What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
that would be
Don't
very
worry,
mean.
Jane, I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing.
Guaranteed that doll's going to be in the goat's mouth next time we see it.
Home maybe, but I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
That was odd. My stream dropped? No, that's good. Leonard Shoulder.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Oh, I heard Lockwood and Co. might be quite fun. I know Edgar Wright's got something to do with it, or like I think it's a chap that did Attack the Block. Apparently it's good fun. I've heard it's quite good. You watch Conan the Destroyer. Oh man, how was that?
Have you heard of a place called Hobb's Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle.
Okay, I've got my in for Hobbs Barrow.
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will.
Conan was as much fun. I'm glad about that. Conan always seemed like a good, silly bit of fun.
Miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Yeah, get him. Get him, Jane.
Where do you live?
Our home is maybe poor Myrtle.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, miss. Bye, Jane.
The delicate flowers.
Anything else I can look? I'm trying to look for anything I can click on the old micropixels. A fossil.
Hey! Stay away from that! It's bad luck to touch the Yaman's horn. I'm serious.
Fine.
I'm going to trust the creepy children. What's down here? Cyril. You got anything for me, mate?
Good day to you, Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
This is my first play of this, yeah. Have you played much of it? Have you played it, Bob? Or have you just kind of seen
What do you
little bits
like
of bobs
to
on
do
it?
along?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley.
Cyril, play through us always.
Does
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Now,
Yes.
go on then, lass.
Follow me.
Go for a pint with Cyril. Why not? Or just go and a pint with everyone. I got my tab open.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Oh my god! Cyril!
Very droll, Cyril.
Oh.
Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
There we go, got Cyril on side. Half for now.
Good day. Hello. Are you sure you know nothing of Hobb's back? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, mate.
There's nothing else I...
Bye, Douglas. Apparently it's Wadjet Eye Games, I think is what they're called. And apparently they make loads.
Alas, it is not mine to take. Good day.
Yes.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, I. Well, I do love a fossil.
Did you get that fossil?
It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Alright, Crozier.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
That was... Thanks, Crozier, for that. That was a bit dark. Go to Cyril's house now. He's not here. Sneak in his house. That guy just got Cyril to the pub and he's just there. He's just in the pub now.
I don't think anyone is home.
I am not buying Arthur a drink again. Last time I bought Arthur a drink, we got nothing
My
done.
mother always told me, if I take the sign, how would the... There's nothing else I...
Detail it. So we figured out our objectives, Bob. So what we've got to do is we've got to find the Barrow, which that little girl seems our way in. We're not supposed to talk about it, but she knows about it.
I have no desire to go...
So he seems like our way in. Here.
I shall see you later this evening, gents.
Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Oh, I just felt my skin crawl.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait! Some nerve.
I agree.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
Says...
Lord Panswick.
Lord
Now
Panswick.
get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge?
Horace. We have a Horace, that's a natural.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
Yep.
We're employed by
Honked.
Lord
They honked while they did it.
He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
Who is Lord Pans...
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Bewley.
Do you know Leonard?
A man named Leonard Shoulder.
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
Why are you gathering logs for Lord
Yeah, why does he need so much wood?
Aye, heck, you ask a lot of questions.
Yep.
If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick?
Is it a
restoring?
barrow?
An old chapel.
Oh.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
He's a bit of a...
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobb's Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay, so this is our...
I'll let him get on with it.
And...
I'll let him...
Well, hey, we tried. We gotta find the other kid. There's another kid. Find. Tell you what, me and Liv started watching this week, Bob. Actually, we watched Mad Men, as in we started the show this week. We've both been rather enjoying it. It was a film of my grand's. I think she loved it because it was kind of set in like the sort of 50s, 60s era. Man, I don't know if you've seen it. That show is like, I'm really enjoying it, but oh my god, the psychology of that show is miserable.
Samuel, death is only a shadow.
It's a sad show.
The moors stretch into the...
Go there. No?
I'd better not touch them.
It's ominous. I never cut the rest for some reason. Yeah, weirdly enough, I hear...
Appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
That might not be an unmarked grave. Let's trowel it.
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
It might not be a grave, Thomas. I think we just kind of got to. I think Dawn just met a chap called Adam in season 1. I ain't really digging it, but oh my god, it is miserable. It is miserable.
Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance.
Very good. In? I just want him to be in. I just want to find him. The advertising one, yeah. With
Mr. Shoulder, continue.
good old John Hamm.
The trowel freshly hung.
What was his glove? I'm gonna give him his glove next time I see him. Yeah, I don't blame you, Bob. Like, I get it. It's like one of these things. I think sometimes people buy in for like. Oh, I heard that. Confess Fletch. I really wanted to see it because he's in it. I really like John Hamm. I think he's great. I think he's kind of underrated as an actor, a little bit. Like he's in nothing. He's like not in a whole lot. He was good in Baby Driver, as like kind of a weird sort of
This must be.
sort of like odd villain type. And he was really good, and really really liked him in it. Let's see.
I suspect the barrels are empty.
Yeah.
I could tether a horse.
Have a horse, so we cannot tether it. Nicely gentle, quirky fun. Yeah, I'm up for that. Like, I think I saw a lot of people thinking it was going to be kind of somewhat of a Knives Out type deal. We've done it, but I know the Fletch films are like kind of like a. It's like kind of an ongoing detective thing that's been on for a while, isn't it? The Fletch movie. Worth a watch. Cal McLaughlin in it having quite a rare rave moment. Is that rave or rare? I'm here from either. Cal McLaughlin's one of my favorite actors.
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me. Look at this bruise on my leg.
Oh, that's bad, Bruce.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
I'm going to talk to the fair folk.
Are the fair folk?
The little
Oh,
people of the moors.
hell yeah. I'm here for that, Bob.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's true, and I gave him a doll.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Oh, county.
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Goodbye.
We're going to go find the doll.
The road disappears over.
Not that way, anyway. Ah, Wally. I'm going to look for Confess Flex. You've convinced me, Bob. Don't. Come on. It's the way Thomasina? Way Thomasina? Not the church, Thomasina.
I've no time for such.
No time for the Jesus. No bother.
Have you found...
Tell me more about the Ammon's Horn.
Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
The god angry.
God.
Ammon, of course.
How wonderful. I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
Wally told me he's...
Now I'll never see her again.
There, child. I'll get your doll back, don't worry. Where can I find the fair folk?
Wally says he sees them on the moors, dancing and riding on the backs of birds. But be careful. You don't want to
Oh, I know.
upset the fair folk.
Just a bit.
How so?
They'll put a hex on you.
Jane, I'm quite sure there is no such thing as fair folk.
Don't let them hear you say that, miss.
Wally told me you kicked him. Is that true?
Wally is a liar. He took Myrtle and ran. He's such a little shit.
You shouldn't really kick your brother, even when he does deserve it. Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Oh, that was pretty good. I quite liked that. He's such a little shit. Oh, sorry. I think I laughed too much. I enjoyed that too much. I don't know. I don't know why. I think it's something that I enjoy about kids swearing. He does seem like a little shit. She's right. Yeah, go to the moors. Right, up here then. Up here, to the left, to the right. Get my money back. Moors?
The moors stretch.
Get to the moors. I'm gonna. Find the fair folk. I can see the words. I don't believe him. I don't believe fair folk are real. I believe Wally's making it up. Got an achievement this week.
I better not touch. It looks like something has been
Oh, I don't like this. Fuck.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your
Hello?
toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did. Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Am I tripping on psychedelic mushrooms? Is that what's happening? Because I accidentally touched them?
Hello, fairy. Hello, fairies.
The fair folk and the mushrooms, is that what we're saying?
There you are, Josephine.
Is the kid? Are the kids getting high on mushrooms?
Eat you.
Is that what we're doing? Our dad.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's the gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference
Mushrooms are a
between
fairy ring.
fantasy and reality.
Exactly.
Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
You don't have to do this now.
Daddy?
He's like 5.
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash. Details of Central. Oh yeah.
Hogwash. Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Ugh. Oh, that's a creepy doll.
Ragdoll.
Oh, what the fuck?
Perhaps these wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Alright. Let's go to the Barrow.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Pick the lock once I get...
At least I shall not return from Bewley empty-handed.
This one. Humpty Dumpty is looking a bit worse for wear. Oh my. So you Liv, what you missed very briefly was a little girl calling her brother a little shit. Very funny.
Blacksmith is right.
I'm gonna give her creepy doll back.
I present.
Myrtle! I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Come back! It's in moments like these I thank myself for not having children. I can't pry the fossil.
Her hands. Can I do it with a...
The trowel is too blunt to.
towel? The trowel is too blunt. The hairpin too fine.
The hairpin isn't strong.
Okay.
I can't see how that. I can't see. That's a peculiar.
A very British term.
They aren't mine. They aren't mine.
Where'd you go?
Hey! Jane? Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in. Fine. Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through. Curses.
No, you're in there. Come on. Look it out.
I was always happiest with a trowel in my hand.
Right, here we go. The exposition. Say it like I'm not British. She's used Americanisms. Videos all. Yep.
Uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should do it. Jane! Jane? Jane?
Let's get them.
Curse it, useless thing.
Oh,
Jane.
bollocks.
Jane, come out this instant. I can't see a damned.
I had a candle on my nightstand, but there's nothing in it. Claustrophobia intensifies. Oh yeah, big time. Big time.
A small plaque beside the.
Pick her in then.
I don't think anyone.
Guarantee there's a torch in that.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
I wonder why.
Can I please have a new candle for my room?
I'll go upstairs and replace it this evening.
Can I have one now?
It's not dark yet, Miss Bateman.
Never mind. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Hello.
Good.
Can I buy you another?
I suppose one more. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
I keep giving him drinks, but apparently he can really hold his liquor, so he's not actually. He's actually just standing straight, so he's not drunk.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Idiot! That station is the worst decision this village has ever made!
Thank you, Cyril. Thank you.
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas.
That was it.
Will change your mind even if it kills me.
There we go. Now I can break in and get my shit. I want to go.
I'll leave Cyril and Henry to their grand debate. These two are as stubborn as each other.
I love trains. I hate trains. That's basically as much as it goes. This is why I hate trains, because I hate people.
Royal. This must be the. He's currently debating the merits of the.
Right, let's break in. This work?
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A
You Kenny?
few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
I can't even open it.
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Oh wait, it did it.
Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, I beg for your forgiveness. A matter of grave urgency was arisen in London. I can't join you in Bewley. I pray you should come in and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder what happened.
Right.
I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back. Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it.
Magically, we got it there.
But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
Can we get these like parts of just black screen? That monologue? Quite sinister. I like it. Ooh. Right, what's my stuff? Did I get dough? Give me money?
Where's my money?
Oh, God.
It's not in here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
I love that. He's an absolute
What else is in
liability.
here? Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern. It feels light. There mustn't be any oil inside. I'll leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
Super, this is exactly what I wanted.
Still, I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that barrow and get on with the excavation.
That's boogie. I'll see. I guarantee the way this thought process is gonna go. I'm gonna go chisel that fossil for Mr. Crozier.
Good day.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Aye.
Chisel the fossil for Crozier. He'll give me oil for the lamp. I'm guessing that's the thought process. Could be wrong though.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Out. Hope she's not freaked out. You know. Fossil for you.
What do you make of this ammonite?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar.
Good day.
Yes.
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
Good
I
if you
don't
could.
have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
That fossil.
Trade, you say?
Aye.
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me
Respectful, like, eh?
Why do you ask?
Just curious. Thanks for your time.
Aye.
See you later.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Who would you?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside. There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
You're a star, mate. Go get her. I can just hear her giggling in the burrow. Paraffin.
My lantern is fueled and ready for action. Right, let's put this lantern to good use.
Oh, please make something horrible in here. That'd be kind of messed up. This is deep.
Jane, come out at once.
I'm gonna get a fright. I think. Jesus. Badger! Oh no!
Goodness me!
I was a bit like, what the fuck is that?
Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobb's Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobb's Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
You're very welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
Hi, Jane. That was the little girl that called her brother little shit lived, for context. North past the church. Got directions at least, so we can actually go check out the barrow. I wonder if Leonard Shoulder will be there, because we still not met Shoulder. Still not shown up. That's ominous. Back in.
You're coming with me, little fellow. I shall name you Kenneth. I've already...
Why have I taken a worm?
As I trudged through the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far.
You thinking?
The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobb's Barrow.
They don't want you to find
The
it.
suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Jesus. I'm actually kind of nervous to where this is going.
Under the furrows.
It's really well told. I'm kind of like, where's... Yeah, this isn't grim at all. Badger. Oh. Love a bit of Weeble. Sinister giggling at this point. Absolutely.
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. I understand Hobb's Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden.
Oh, no.
I'm writing a volume on the barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Last time?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I
Long
can
in
still
tooth?
run this farm without too much help.
Last time.
Was there a previous excavation of Hobb's Barrow?
Aye. My brother dug it up. Must have been, 25 years ago. You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Okay, this is... Oh, this is quite... Okay,
What
alright.
did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
Uh-oh.
I don't know. But something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Oh, God.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
Shoulder, Leonard, probably.
Two others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel.
Telling you Leonard was involved.
Passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling
Fields.
weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution.
Yeah.
You'll find a man one day.
Alright.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time.
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobb's Barrow.
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What
Yeah,
exactly
what's wrong with him?
ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
There.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobb's Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
At least see it.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobb's Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
You wish to see proof...
I can't... What proof?
Thanks.
Ta-ra.
Times. I've got the letter.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobb's Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank you.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting out to do with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow. Set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, I don't really want to go, chat. Do you want to go? I don't want to go. This feels too cheery. Even with the rain, the music's just kind of a bit...
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
They are?
AR. I haven't a clue what that could be referring to.
Hard nope.
Finally, here it is. Hobb's Barrow. Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder? That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Three, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come. Are you ready for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting!
I'll be
Okay.
watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Well.
Now I'm ready.
Capital spiffing. What ho, what ho. Indeed. Oh, man. Like, I feel like I want to be chatty, but also I'm kind of on edge the entire time I'm playing this now. I'm a bit like, ugh.
Thomasina, we don't...
Hey, come on, I used it. That's not proper etiquette. That's not proper barrow digging etiquette. Oh, cheeky. Very cheeky.
Nothing here. treasure.
What's that? I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it.
Daddy, I found the treasure. Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation.
Thank you.
The urn you're holding is very old.
Oh, don't drop it. Please don't drop it.
All right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Ooh.
I do have a feeling there is something. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission.
Found it, finally. That's something. Alright, now it's a lot more sinister. Oh, crap.
I shouldn't disturb him.
Let's get away. Sarah! Well, this looks... This... Tell it's already in there. Tell it on the piss.
This local chap looks... Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass.
You're very welcome.
'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
It's been a while.
Since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favourite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
Oh,
I document all my findings.
very good.
What do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there.
Very true.
How's your book coming along then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobb's Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Oh, like.
I don't wish to wake him up.
Oh, Herbert.
Good evening, sir. I'll leave you to it. He's engaged in a bout of pinfinger. Such a brutal...
Pinfinger. I've never heard five-finger fillinger called Pinfinger.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Bye, Cyril.
He seems even more wound up than usual.
Yeah, for now. Talk to Stanley.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobb's Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman? There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I don't know if they're imagined, though.
Please, leave that place be.
I've come this far.
Yeah, that was kind of cultish, but I think it's people are just like, don't go near it.
What worries me.
I'll have a baby and then bed.
Stale, please.
That's 2p on your account.
Thank you.
Ah.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Bedtime.
Time for bed. Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
I can't see this going well. Can you?
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
how are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
One won't hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
Yes, it can.
I'm thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
To Leonard's shoulder.
Wherever he may be.
Wink.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobb's Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger.
That probably went in one ear and out the other from Mr.
I
Tillett.
was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's actually quite sad.
Kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not appropriate.
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at a favourite lookout spot on the moors.
It's her bench.
Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak.
Still alive?
He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
Mr. Bateman was still alive. Mr. Bateman was still
He was
alive.
a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him.
Explain the
I ask
flashbacks.
him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
She was like very young.
Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time.
Kinda deep, yeah.
She blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me, as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
Didn't know that.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur.
Okay, till it's not just the town drunk.
Now then, enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't. But I did. And another after that. And another. The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
I actually pissed as a fart.
I mustn't.
Sing the song.
Oh, what's the song? What's the tune?
You're incorrigible.
Please. You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
What was singing?
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy,
I was thinking that as well.
vow there ne'er was such.
I wonder if there's like multiple endings and such.
Relics and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull.
Cat again. We're gonna get the cat again. Eh? Because there's a bunch of stuff. It's like you could just be a dick to Tillett. What the fuck? What is that? Who is that?
Hello, Thomasina.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
He was at the Barrow. He's one of the outsiders.
Helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.
What the fuck? What just happened?
Goodness, that was a terrible sleep.
I'll see those boogie.
What's this? There's a strange stone strapped to the cover.
The stone. Arrived after a decent day's ride from Bakewell. This is a curious place. Locals seem distant. I'm to meet my local contact tomorrow, so it'll be an early night for me. Try to keep the diary of my stay here, not give up by day 3 of the excavation as usual. Despite the thrill of possible new discoveries, I cannot stop thinking about my dear wife and wonder if I should have left her in her current state. I have faith that she will conquer this bout of illness. Good for my journal has been abandoned. Let that not speak for the excitement I feel for this excavation. After much preparation, we dig tomorrow. Such an exceptional site with a unique history. As for the dangers, we shall meet them head first. We are prepared. I also saw a local wise woman yesterday, and she provided me with a tincture from my beloved's nausea gravidarum. I'm sure she shall be pleased with it upon my return. Lo, a place of miracles. A planted seed sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws that hold no meaning. Nature's laws hold no meaning here, but I clutch my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. Rho Theta Epsilon Nat 11. We found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th Archontic. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the Guardians shall be defeated. A dead language reveals the path. For thou art the moon, the chief of the stars. Listen to the things that I have said. Follow the words of my mouth. Reveal thyself to me. I heard a whisper not once, again and again. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit.
It appears to be a journal, full of hogwash. I don't recognize the handwriting. Maybe Stanley knows more about it.
Exactly.
Good morning. How's your head, Miss Bateman? That were quite the tune you treated us to last night.
To be honest, Stanley, I felt better. I take it you slid this journal under my door?
I beg your pardon?
The journal, Stanley.
I certainly did no such thing. Nor could have anyone else. You're the only guest staying here.
Eh?
What's the meaning of all this? Do you propose that it manifested itself out of thin air?
Well,
I'm sorry. I just don't understand how else it could have got there.
Nick.
Are you sure there was no one else here overnight?
without doubt.
How very, very peculiar.
So, what does it say inside?
Take a look.
Well, I can't make head nor tail of it.
Neither
No
can
sense.
I.
Maybe someone else in the village can help you with it.
What do you make of this stone?
That's a funny looking thing.
Bit weird, isn't it?
It's
It's,
got cockerel on it.
I was gonna say it's got chicken on it.
Yes, but have you seen anything like it?
Never.
Do you ever have strange dreams, Stanley?
Me? I sleep as sound as a baby.
I had one such dream last night. It was so vivid.
What were it about?
I was at Hobb's Barrow,
Oh?
but everything was different. Great peaks soared in the distance. And there was a creature.
A creature, you say?
Yes, a short, robed fellow, eyes as black as pitch. It told me that my father had been there in Hobb's Barrow many years ago, but something went wrong, and the creature helped him escape. It said that I would find proof in the morning.
Oh, the journal. You've had a premonition, lass.
Please, Stanley, I've no time for that nonsense. But I'll admit it's a strange coincidence.
Now, what did I tell you about Hobb's Barrow?
It's bad.
That I should
We
leave
should.
it alone.
We should.
Aye.
Hogwash.
Your dream reminds me of a story from my childhood. An old folk tale about Hobb's Barrow.
Let's hear it. Come on, give me the folktale.
What is this folk tale you mention?
Well, when I were a wee boy, there were talk of a goblin. They say he lived inside Hobb's Barrow, hence the name, Hobb's Barrow. Hobb, coming from hobgoblin, of course.
Oh.
Fortunately, I don't remember anything else about it.
I was told not to believe in such fairy tales, Stanley.
Don't close your mind to such things, lass. I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you more.
Perhaps, if I ever meet him.
Maybe she'll.
Bye.
See you soon.
Good morning, Mr. Kemp.
Good day, Miss Tompkins.
I'm here for his lordship's paper.
Sorry, lass. Mr. Price hasn't dropped them off this morning. I heard he actually left the village yesterday.
Indeed, I can vouch for that.
Ma'am?
Good day.
Oh dear. His lordship won't be pleased.
My sincerest apologies, Miss Tompkins.
I'll come back in a few days.
There's no paper. What are we supposed to do?
Goodbye.
Ta-da. If.
Goodness me, I can't budge it.
Be careful, Miss Bateman. You'll cut yourself. I spent all morning trying to get that bloody thing out. I shall be having words with that scoundrel next time he shows his
I
face.
expect him to actually leave the knife.
curses.
We have our very own Excalibur.
I'll
It's
get
all yours if you can pull it out, King Arthur.
I'll get it out.
I do not wish to damage Mr. Kemp's table.
Chisel maybe.
That's a
Peculiar idea, but I thought I'd give it a shot, eh?
No, that... No.
Don't know why I thought that would work. Oh, Bob, there's one thing you take away from the stream. This game gets a glowing recommendation from myself.
I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobb's Barrow and find out where this journal came from. Curses! I forgot I had this worm in my pocket. Poor thing is dead now. Rest in peace, Kenneth.
We're dead, Kenneth. You do have to try all the weird combos. The one I always bring up is rubber chicken with a pulley.
She is busy.
It's number one every time.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry. The bucket is rusty.
I can ask you, Roach. You got? Seen you since yesterday after the weird bloodletting incident.
Miss Bateman, what a pleasure to see you again. Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll take that as a no.
Indeed. Do you recognize this journal?
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
Not mine.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography. Did you make it yourself?
You hear that?
No, never mind.
Christian. You know, it's from the heathens.
What brings you to the square today?
Supposedly.
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
We will be at St. Edmund's, should you wish to join us later.
I'm definitely going to church later.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh yes, a rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
Thanks for your...
Lord be...
Cheers, mate. As per, Reese is the one I'm most suspicious of. These always go. Yeah, Wally.
Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
Oh.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no such thing as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
Go away! And then you little shit. He's a little shit. Probably got enough time for one more conversation. Alright, tell it.
Messina!
Good morning, Arthur.
You look a bit addled. Are you feeling alright?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye, my head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Come on, mate, you can help me out here.
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
What you got? What you got for me?
Journal, is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
Well, Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
The first.
I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please go ahead.
writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Did the sketches mean anything to you?
No, not at all.
Damn it.
But they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
Who is Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
We're gonna go find a witch!
Aye, she might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're welcome.
Good egg, mate.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a good shape for skimming across water. What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
Ah, last night.
I had a splendid time last night.
Aye, I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur. Shouldn't you be manning the station?
The line is down. Track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
For the time being, Thomasina.
Capital. Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch?
Yeah, come on, what do you do?
Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
There's more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Eh?
Who are they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
Some also go to her for potions and spells.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
Sorry, Arthur. I only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra. Hey, Chief. Alright, we get a flashback and that'll probably bring us to time.
Thomasina, dear, come say goodbye to your father. Come on now, don't make him wait.
Better go say goodbye to Pip Pip.
I don't want to.
Oh, this will be the last time, won't it?
Aren't you going to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Those are strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise.
You're not going to Seaborough.
Big that shall be.
I hate you.
Well, I love you. See you soon, little bird.
We had to have that, didn't we? You gotta have that at least one sort of like sad line where you're like, you have the character regret. There she is. There we go. Nice creepy close up there.
It's the old woman
Oh.
Forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
Some call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
We did meet at Bewley.
Take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance. Those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to. I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance.
Oh shit.
You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
Oh shit.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had. What a handsome young man. William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Yes. A long time ago, mind. 25 years by my reckoning. But I'll never forget those eyes.
Well, we gotta talk about that immediately.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobb's Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
How did you come to meet my father?
One might say I have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Hernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother were with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Adam.
I made something to help her.
The journal. This was entered in the journal. It belongs to my father.
What journal?
This journal.
Take a look at this. A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
It's been so many years since I've seen it. What do you make of this stone?
I-A-W. I haven't a clue. Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind. The moors are steeped in folklore.
Just a bit.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
Well, not much. I only met your father twice. The last time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic?
He said he needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash. My father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such nonsense?
What's in that barrow?
Perhaps you
What's
don't
in that
know
barrow?
as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again, but I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
You never saw my father again after the excavation?
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobb's Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden?
It's Leonard. It's Leonard.
From memory, it were just the two of them.
What do you think my father meant by binding magic?
I've no idea. He didn't explain more, and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
The landlord of the Plough and Furrow told me about a folk tale associated with Hobb's Barrow. Something about a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of, and someone round here will have a story about it.
My thoughts precisely.
It's Leonard. It's copy Leonard. Come on.
There was a third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you'd best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
Eldwood.
Can you tell me anything about...
You must know about Leonard, right?
I know.
Nobody does.
As is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fellow.
I see. Do you know Lord Panswick?
I know his labourers make a mess of these woods, the brutes. The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach.
Huh.
It were all the rich food they were feeding him. Nowt more.
Thank you for your help, Ms. Walker.
Fancy meals. No. Save. Do Ham's Barrows again, eh? Ham's Barrows. And save. I know, just what like we got. It was her dad. Then I should have seen that come, but I didn't. The third man's got to be Leonard's shoulder. There's no way it's not. We've got all the stuff with Arthur Tillett. We've got the Mildred. Mildred Walker. We're not calling her Mildred. She doesn't like that. But yeah, no, that was grand. I really enjoyed that. I think that's going to do it for me, guys. So, thank you very much for everyone that has tuned in. I will be back again on Wednesday with more Hobb's Barrow. I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't know where this is going. Like, it seems to be going H.P. Lovecraft by way of British folklore, which they're just kind of fun. Because again, all the spin on Lovecraft obviously is like old New England in the States. So it's kind of Wickermanish, yeah. But there's that other like British folk horror film, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna find it. British folk horror film. British folk horror films. There's like another really famous one. The Blood on Satan's Claw, that was it. The Blood on Satan's Claw. Like one that gets classed with that a lot now is Men, which is very good, and Kill List, which is also great, but oh my god, Kill List is kind of a nightmare movie. But yeah. No, that's it. Just I'll be back with more Hobbs Barrow on Wednesday. There will be a new podcast episode of the Hit Record podcast on Friday. We're doing an off the record because not everyone could make it, so it's just me, Gitney, and Adam talking absolute nonsense for almost 2 hours. I still need to edit it. It will be less than 2, but right now the unedited audio is over 2 hours, and I'm like, how do we speak this much nonsense for that length of time? And the answer is tangents. Lots and lots of tangents. And before I start going on tangents myself, I'm going to sign off. But thanks for everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra for now!